Traffic is one of the top priorities here at 11Alive, and now we're adding a valuable resource to our coverage of Atlanta's highways and byways. Gets busy out there. Let's bring in 11Alive traffic reporter Doug Turnbull. How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the team and welcome to the show.
Hey, it's great to be on with you. It's an honor to be here with you, Chesley. I've watched and kept up with you for a long time, and as a young child, I remember dreaming about Bruce Arian bringing the helicopter to my elementary school, and he was supposed to Sagamore Hills Elementary in DeKalb County, and that trip got called off for some reason, and I was crushed. So,
oh, wow.
Helicopters and traffic in Atlanta have been in my DNA for a long time.
Yeah, you've been covering traffic here for more than 2 decades. So what is it about the city's congestion that makes it so unique to cover?
Gosh, well, first off, it's ever changing. So we always talk about Atlanta traffic like it's the same story over and over. And if you start at a 30,000-foot view, it might be slow. Okay, same story over and over. But when you get down to it and you realize when we're adding extra resources by myself joining Rachel Cox Rosen and nailing in on an incident, right? And making sure you know it's in the left lane or two so you can stay to the right, or making sure that you know to stay out of the right lane because the police are right there. Those little things actually are what give it the edge, not just saying that there's a crash. So I think in Atlanta, what makes it unique is you have people from all over that move here, and then this is a big freight hub, right? I mean, the Port of Savannah, all these extra tractor trailers, so you have a lot of people from out of town that one little mistake could cause a big consequence, and Atlanta is one of those places.
That's absolutely right. When people find out what you do, what's the top question they ask you?
Besides, oh, do you do the weather? Because they get traffic and weather mixed up, Chesley. I'm sure you've gotten the traffic thing before. They always ask if we're in a helicopter, and I was for a lot of my time in my previous stop. But then they don't think that there's any coverage of traffic outside of being above it. They're thinking like it's the 1990s. And actually, we have cutting edge technology right here in the studio, and we do a lot of groundwork to make sure we know, like I was talking about those lanes, where it is. So when somebody asks and I talk about, well, we're on the computer a lot of the time, that's what it is. What they're going to find out, and what a lot of people ask me about this new job is, wait a second, what? They think, oh, you're the traffic guy. No, no, no. I am part of an awesome traffic team here at Channel 11 with Rachel Cox Rosen, and she's going to be in the studio each morning, and then I'm going to be jumping in our impact vehicle and actually driving to different things and looking at it with our photographer, Stephen Boise. So that's going to be the newest thing that I get to do, and can't wait to add that to my answer.
Absolutely. Talk about adding things, the Gridlock Guy column. You're doing that as well. You're bringing that to us. How do you approach that column?
Yeah, for sure. I've been privileged in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution to write it for 8 years now. Had to think about it, 8 years. And now that column is going to be on 11alive.com in addition to that. And on down the line, I'm going to be contributing other transportation and traffic stories to 11alive.com exclusively, and hoping to put some of those with a visual spin on them as well. And so I look forward to that.
Sounds good to me. In all your time covering traffic, give me 1 or 2 of the biggest storylines you covered.
And so everybody immediately asks, you talking about the questions a little while ago, people immediately ask about Snowmageddon or Snowpocalypse. Oh, wow, what a cue. There it is in 2014. You can see those pictures. And then, so that was huge. I worked, 12 plus hours, multiple days in a row, serving both radio and television. And then of course, the I-85 bridge collapse in 2017. I was in the helicopter above it while it was still burning. We had to actually go and get fuel, and then that's when it collapsed, okay? So those were the 2 biggest. But last year, it's only been just over a year, I flew over my first ever police chase in action. And that was, of course, the very infamous bus hijacking that happened after a mass shooting in downtown Atlanta last June, and getting to fly over basically the second half of that chase and do live play-by-play on that. And I'm not trying to be inappropriate. That was a tough situation, right? It was a fatal situation, but flying over that was unbelievable. And those are 3 that stick out. And 2 others that are weather related though, Chesley, and you were here, I believe. 2011, we had something very similar to Snowpocalypse in January of 2011 that did similar things to the city, and then Snowpocalypse said, hold my beer, they went for it. But then in 2009, the floods, the 500-year flood we had in September of 2009. So see, I guess that's why they think I do weather, Chesley.
Well, they do happen to tie us together. I mean, whenever they talk about it, say traffic and weather, they put us together.
Exactly.
So it's not our fault. We can blame it on our producers, I guess.
Rightfully so. And we'll be in the impact vehicle. So when weather is affecting your morning drive any weekday, we're going to drive out to it and give you the traffic angle, but also show you literally what's happening there instead of just telling you about delays. So I look forward to teaming up with you and Rachel both to tell that story to our viewers.
All right, you can see Doug and Rachel every morning right here giving you your traffic, folks. So welcome to the team, my friend.
It's great to be on with you, man. And I got to step up my style game because you got me beat right now. I got to get some new threads.
Don't worry about that. You look fine, my friend. Thanks for being with us.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.